I let my online boyfriend rewrite my failed proposal after my boss humiliated me, only to watch my boss's face turn ghostly pale as he read it, and asked, with a trembling voice, "Did you write this?" To understand why a simple document almost gave my CEO a heart attack, you have to know that Mr. Sterling is the kind of boss who holds your hard work like it is a dirty diaper. He's a devastatingly handsome Ivy League snob who looks like a video game character but acts like a dictator. Just yesterday, he publicly shamed me in a conference room, asking how I even got hired and threatening to fire me if I produced another piece of garbage. I fled to a supply closet, sobbing, and texted my secret weapon, my online boyfriend. He's my top subscriber on my faceless crafting stream, a mystery man who has donated over $50,000 to help with my sick mother's medical bills. Unlike Sterling, he's kind, supportive, and apparently a genius. When I told him about the disaster at work, he didn't just offer sympathy, he offered to do the work for me. He told me to sleep while he fixed everything. The next morning, I handed the revised proposal to Sterling, expecting another round of insults. Instead, silence filled the room. He stared at the pages for a long time, his expression shifting from skepticism to shock, and finally to something that looked suspiciously like fear. He looked up, his icy composure cracking, and asked if I was really the author. I nodded, terrified, completely unaware that I had just handed him a document written in his own distinctive genius style, by a man who might know him better than anyone. Mr. Sterling's cold voice cut through my sobbing like a knife, telling me that if I kept waiting for things to get better, I'd end up just like my proposal in the trash. To understand the cruelty of my workplace, you have to witness the pincer attack I face daily. After Sterling humiliated me for crying over his insults, I returned to my desk only to be ambushed by Brenda, my coworker, who loudly speculated that I must have slept my way into the job because I clearly lacked the skills. Defeated, I spent the entire evening trying to fix the proposal myself, determined not to be entirely useless. I sent my 10th draft to my online boyfriend, hoping for validation. His response was a gentle but crushing reality check. He called it a great start for a first draft. When I admitted it was my 10th attempt, he pivoted gracefully, showering me with praise and trash-talking my miserable jerk of a boss to make me feel better before promising to take over the work himself. I woke up to a finished file sent at 2 a.m. Touched by his dedication, I rushed to work, ignoring Brenda's snide comments about how refreshed I looked while Mr. Sterling looked exhausted. She insinuated my incompetence was keeping him up at night. I marched into Sterling's office with the new proposal, ready for battle, but when I saw him, I paused. He looked wrecked, with dark circles under his eyes that mirrored the timestamp on my boyfriend's file. A coincidence I was too naive to catch in the moment. Brenda's triumphant smile twisted into something ugly when she realized my boss was standing right behind us, listening to me lie about him praising my genius. To understand why I lied to a shark, you have to rewind to the moment I handed Mr. Sterling the proposal my online boyfriend wrote. He read it page by page, his expression unreadable before asking me a question so random it nearly gave me whiplash. "Do you know how to make pottery?" I panicked, assuming he was mocking me, and begged for another chance. He dismissed me without yelling, which was terrifying in its own way. Back at my desk, Brenda, my office nemesis, was already circling like a vulture eager to hear about my failure. But then the plot twisted. The boss's assistant marched over and announced that I was being promoted to Sterling's temporary personal assistant for a weekend business trip. Brenda nearly choked on her own venom, arguing that I wasn't qualified. Spite is a powerful motivator, so I accepted the role just to watch her squirm. When the assistant left, Brenda got in my face, accusing me of sleeping my way to the top. I snapped. I slapped her hand away and loudly declared that the boss had actually called my work brilliant and labeled me a genius. It was a lie, but it felt good until I saw Brenda's creepy smile and turned around to find Mr. Sterling standing right there. I froze, waiting for the execution. Brenda smirked, ready for the kill, but Sterling didn't fire me. He looked us both in the eye and said with perfect calm, "She is right." I was very satisfied with her proposal. Welcome to share your feelings in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more story content, please check out the other videos on my channel.